Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Melissa, and today's video is going to be particularly geared to those blush lovers out there. There's something that I've been doing for a long time, and it just recently has popped up with a name for what I've been doing. It's, I think, spurred on by the new Marc Jacobs blush that's coming out. Every article I've read about it refers directly back to that product, and pretty much it's the same storyline, all about his relationship with Wade Brandy, who's a very famous professional makeup artist, and the technique that they used probably back in the 80s when blush was pretty big, and they're calling it draping. So I look at this as kind of like contouring with blush. I think it's a little bit easier than contouring, and I think it's a little bit more youthful. I think contouring is a very particular animal, and it's not something I do very much because I don't know, I don't love it. I don't love it on me. I think it looks spectacular on a lot of women, but I don't love it on me. And so this is something that I kind of have been doing for the last 2 years at least, on and off, and now it has an official name. So I'm going to share that with you. So basically the concept is you would take 2 different shades of blush, and you put the darker blush in where you would normally put a contour, and you put the brighter blush on above that as, you know, kind of your bright pop of color. And you can do it, you know, you can have a pre-made duo like this one from Bobbi Brown, or you could, you know, use some existing blushes that you have in your collection. Like, I would say, you know, a really great combination would be to use the Tarte Exposed as like your contour color, and any other bright blush. Like, I think these two would look great together. This is the Clinique Color Pop in the shade Berry Pop. I think these two would work really beautifully together. Another one that I have that I think would work really well together is this Panic combo from NARS. It's the Dual Intensity blush. They have a whole bunch of new ones out as well that I think probably fit the bill pretty well. So there are duos that you can find on the market, or you can use something like this from IT Cosmetics. This is the Ombre blush. There are a lot of ombre blushes out there. This one is in the shade Sugar Plum, and you can just, you know, focus down here for your contour, a little bit up here for your blush, and then if you really wanted to go on, you could go, you know, and really do a little bit of a highlight as well. So these ombre blushes, which are available in a lot of different price points, from very high end to, I think there are some drugstore ones. I think NYX has one out now. I'm not 100% certain about that, but that's also an option. Or something that I used for a long time, which was like a darker blush. This is Lovejoy from NARS, and this is just like a pinky brown blush. And this is one that I really started using initially as a contour blush combination. So I think I'm going to demonstrate 2 different techniques for you. I'm gonna do one with this probably over here, and one with this probably over here. It's gonna look whacked, but it's all for the demonstration portion of this video. So one of the ways that I really love using it is with the e.l.f. small stipple brush. If you don't have this brush, you are missing out. It's a great value, and it is such a versatile little brush. And what I like to do is just load up my brush with product, and because this is like a flat top, I just run it here. You know, I'm just creating a little bit of a contour line, and then I just blend it in. But you don't want to do too much blending down here because you want a little bit of a contour line. I did this pretty dark so it would show up on camera and under the lights, but I would probably soften this just a little bit. I think it's a little bit fresher looking. It's not so muddied. It's a little bit quicker than having to put a contour shade and then a blush shade, and then, you know, for me sometimes speed is of the essence. So I've really really have loved working this way. And then sometimes I would take a little bit of a highlight shade and blend it all around. Let me grab this one. This is the Hourglass Dim Light, which is not my favorite, but I'm really trying to use it up. And I would just kind of use that to blend it all in. So that's one technique. The other technique would be to use actually 2 different shades, and I'm going to go ahead and use this one from Bobbi Brown and my e.l.f. blush brush. This is my favorite blush brush. Yeah, two e.l.f. brushes. I'm not big into big expensive brushes, so I'm going to start off in this darker shade. This duo is sand pink and pale pink, so this, I guess it's the sand pink. You know, and again, I'm just going in and creating a little bit of a contour line, if you will, with this darker shade. And then I'm just going to wipe off my brush on this towel that I have and go into the pink, the brighter shade, and just layer that on top. Do a little extra blending here. It's a very subtle look, but it gives you a little bit more depth. You know, you can make this as dark as you want. And you could add a highlight if you are way into highlighters, because it appears everybody in the world is into all this highlight. But I like this. It's a little bit more subtle. It still gives you a little bit of contouring. It's super easy, super fast, and I think it is more youthful than some of that heavy contour that sometimes can look really muddy if you do it bad. It can look really beautiful if you do it right. So that wraps up this video. I really just wanted to share this technique with you, something that I've had on my list to do for quite a while, and then I saw this pop up and I was like, oh, there's a name for this? You mean I didn't invent it? So I think you're going to probably hear a little bit more about this, where I think, you know, it's like anything in fashion and beauty, there's kind of like a pendulum swing. Things become really, really popular, and then they kind of swing a different way. So I think you're going to see more emphasis on blush and a little bit more of this, you know, contouring with blush, or draping, if you want to call it that, in the future. So keep your eyes open. Let me know if this is something you're going to try, something that you like, if you've heard of it before, any of those things. I'm just curious how plugged in you are and if you've heard about this before. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you real soon in my next video. Take care. Bye.